If you grew up in the early 2000s, you probably remember watching those live-action Looney Tunes movies. Space Jam is the one that everyone likes to point out, but it doesn't hold a candle to Who Framed Roger Rabbit and Looney Tunes Back in Action. And yes, I know that Who Framed Roger Rabbit came out in the 1980s, but I wasn't alive then, and it's the best live-action animated movie ever, so here it is. These movies were always so unique and fun. There's really nothing like them. The acting worked surprisingly well when it was done by seasoned actors, and the way the cartoon action blends with the real-world situations was always fun to see. If you were a fan of these style of movies, good news, they've made another one. Bad news, it was actually finished in 2023 and it's still not out. This is the story of Coyote versus Acme. For fans of Looney Tunes and live-action/animation hybrid movies, the announcement of Coyote vs. Acme was really exciting to hear. It's based on a New Yorker article with the same name from the 90s, written by Ian Frazier. The movie stars Will Forte as Wile E. Coyote's lawyer, John Cena as the lawyer representing Acme, and Eric Bauza, who is a longtime Looney Tunes voice actor who plays many Looney Tunes characters in the movie. The story itself was co-written by James Gunn, Jeremy Slater, and Sammy Birch, with Gunn also producing and Birch writing the screenplay. Pre-production began on the movie in 2018 with an estimated budget of $70 million. If you've ever seen Looney Tunes and are even vaguely familiar with the naming conventions of court cases, you could probably guess what this movie is about. Wile E. Coyote has been buying products from the Acme Corporation for years in an effort to try to catch the Roadrunner, but every product that he buys from the corporation backfires and ends up injuring him. This leads Coyote to hire an attorney named Kevin Avery to represent him in a lawsuit against the Acme Corporation. As the lawsuit progresses, they are pitted against Buddy Crane, the boss of Kevin's former law firm who now represents the Acme Corporation. But a growing friendship between Coyote and Kevin motivates their determination to win the court case. I don't know if they actually win, nobody's seen it. Hopefully all these details help to illustrate that this wasn't just some low-budget B-movie that nobody cared about. There are some pretty big names attached to the project, and based on some of the screenshots and clips that we have of it, it's clear that a lot of effort went into this movie. So where is it? Warner Brothers, which is a big movie corporation that doesn't give a shit about anything except money, had initially slated the movie to be released on July 21st, 2023, but removed it from their release schedule and replaced it with the Barbie movie, which is fair. Then in November of 2023, they announced that the movie was completely finished, but that they wouldn't be releasing it at all, because they wanted to use it as a tax write-off. The crew that had been working on the movie wasn't informed of the decision until after they had completed it, and it made everyone really mad for good reason. So just to recap, they had the crew finish the movie, finish the animations, the editing, the music, the everything. They had the crew finish doing all that work to make this movie, and then they announced that nobody would ever see it. The movie is done, ready for release, but Warner Brothers decided that it'd be a tax write-off. Now, I can see how some people might not think that it's that big of a deal. It's just a movie. But while it is technically just a movie, that's also a very reductive way of seeing the situation. A lot of work goes into making a movie, with people working for months and years to do their part for it. Pre-production started in 2018 and the movie was finished in 2023. That's 5 years of work that tons of people dedicated to this movie, with the expectation that their work would pay off when people see it and enjoy it. To have so many people put so much work into something just to say, never mind, we're going to use this for our taxes, is a slap in the face to everyone who put in the effort to make this movie what it is, whatever that may be. There's also an argument to be made that since the movie belongs to Warner Brothers, they're entitled to do whatever they want with it, which is true, legally speaking. The movie is their property, and nobody can force them to do something else with it. But that doesn't make this okay. Yes, they can do what they want with their own properties, but a decision like this comes at the expense of the entire cast and crew's time and effort. Think of it like this. Let's say you're a professional landscaper and you get hired by 2 different people to do work on their homes. But because of your time, you're only able to do one of the jobs. So you pick the one that seems like a better fit for you. You do the work, you make the yard look all nice and perfect, and you put up a sign in front of it to, advertise your services. Then, the day that you finish, the owner of the house brings in a truck full of dirt and just pours it all over the yard, covering up everything that you've worked on for the past few weeks. He pays you for your work, of course, he's not scamming you or anything, but you ask him why he'd do that after you put in so much time and effort to make it look nice. And he says to you, yeah, it looked great, but I just don't need it anymore. So now not only did you waste all that time and effort making something that the owner just buried, but you also had to pass up other work that would have conflicted with it, even though that work probably would have been better for you in the long run. That's basically what happened here, except that there was a lot more than just one landscaper being affected. Thankfully, all is not lost. A movie came out earlier this year called The Day the Earth Blew Up, a Looney Tunes movie, which I haven't seen yet, but I've heard is very good. The movie is about Daffy Duck and Porky Pig, which is probably the weirdest duo of Looney Tunes characters I can think of. I'm not judging, it just seems like an odd choice. But anyway, they become unlikely heroes when they uncover a secret alien mind control plot at a bubblegum factory. It is a traditionally animated Looney Tunes movie with no live action elements, but it has led to a new development for Coyote vs. Acme. The Day the Earth Blew Up was distributed by Ketchup Entertainment, and because of its success at the box office, it led to Ketchup Entertainment agreeing to finally distribute Coyote vs. Acme. In March of this year, it was reported that Ketchup was in talks with Warner Brothers to acquire all rights to the movie for $50 million. And later that month, it was announced that the deal had gone through, and Coyote vs. Acme would no longer be hidden away by Warner Brothers. Since the acquisition, Ketchup has scheduled the movie to be released in 2026. This was a huge win for both the people who worked on this movie and for fans who have been waiting for years to see it. This entire situation has been pretty wild, and it really emphasizes the current state of Hollywood. Studios don't actually care about the things that they make, the people who make them, or the people who enjoy them. Filmmaking as an artistic medium is meant to be shown off. It's a collaboration between dozens and sometimes even hundreds of different people coming together to make something for people to enjoy. But if studios can make money by burying it, they would rather do that, because it's just easier. So far, by my count, Warner Brothers has made roughly $80 million from Coyote vs. Acme, $30 million from the initial tax write-off, and $50 million from the sale to Ketchup Entertainment. If you take away the estimated budget of $70 million, that is a $10 million budget. So make sure to go and watch Coyote vs. Acme when it comes out, because it'll be really funny if it makes hundreds of $1 million that Warner Brothers could have gotten.